What if the Christmas story isn't what we expected at all? What if it's a story of God breaking into our lives, God transforming cultural norms? Matthew begins this Christmas story not with angels or shepherds or stars, but with a genealogy, a list of names, long family line that reveals a shocking truth. He includes 4 Gentile women in a Jewish patriarchal genealogy, women who carried stories that the ancient Judea considers scandalous, impure, and morally questionable. Tamar, a Canaanite woman whose story is entangled in injustice. Rahab, a Gentile, a prostitute, and yet a woman of faith. Ruth, a Moabite, from a people forbidden to enter Israel's assembly. Bathsheba, a victim of royal exploitation, a reminder of David's failure. Through it all, Matthew wants us to see Jesus' ancestry as a story of God's grace working through outsiders, sinners, and those regarded as unclean. Then comes the Magi, pagan astrologers from the West. Yet they were the ones to see the star. They were the ones who asked, "Where is the King of the Jews?" They were the ones to fall down to worship him. The first to recognize Messiah were not the religious elite, but pagan outsiders whose entire worldview Israel rejected. The Magi represented the nations entering the light of Christ, God drawing those beyond Israel's boundaries. If the Magi were high-status outsiders, the shepherds were low-status insiders. In the first century Judea, shepherds were considered unclean, socially distrusted, excluded from religious life, and yet they received the first public announcement of Christ's birth. The shepherds were God's sign that the gospel is first for those who have nothing to offer but their need. The angels bypass the temples, the palaces, the elite to speak to those society forgot. Christmas is a social reversal. God sees those the world refuses to see. G.K. Chesterton said, "A child in a manger overturns the world order completely than any revolution." Christmas is God's declaration that no cultural boundaries, no social status, no political power can stop his redemptive purpose. God enters at the margin so that the people, especially those at the margins, may enter his kingdom.